to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Today, we're going to take a look at the Lacawac Sanctuary in Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, near Lake Wallenpaupack. So join us as we explore 545 acres of pristine forest. Of course, this was the original entrance when it was in a state. This was the entrance. The old stone chain. Of course, now it's on the National Historic Register of Historic Places by the Department of Interior. So you can see Maria's with me as we explore Lacawac Sanctuary. First thing you're going to find is as you come up the road, to the right is the visitor center. So we'll take a look around the visitor center before we head in. So here we see it is a deer season in progress. We do have our jackets that we can flip around to blaze orange, just in case. A lot of technology available here for your phones that you can access information as you hike around. This is the weather station, and at the visitor center you can see they have a host of pamphlets for you that show their hiking trails and more information about the public programs that are here at the sanctuary. This is their environmental laboratory, so the Lacawac Sanctuary is also used as a biological field station. So students from various colleges and high schools can come and do field work here, and they do have the facilities available to study and evaluate the product and information and specimens that they're finding in this particular area. We see they have some picnic tables. They do have a nature play area. Of course, I see a boat back there because there is a lake here, Lake Lacawac, which was a glacier lake and is in pristine condition. As a matter of fact, the main lodge used to use that as their water source. Okay, a little further up the trail, we see the Environmental Education Center. So they have quite a few places here where you can learn all about the great outdoors in Pennsylvania. Okay, so from the Educational Center, we can walk up to the buildings that had been built by the original owners. And on this property was a lodge eventually owned by the Watres family that were one of the original beginners of the electric company that had Lake Wallenpaupack created. Well, what we see up here to the left, beyond the outhouse with composting toilets, is the original Carriage House. So the person that would go to the train station to pick up the families that come out here, the horse and carriages were stored in that building. And today, there's an area down below for informative sessions that they have, and we also do weddings and other parties in there. And on the second floor is a biological laboratory for specimen evaluation for students that come out here to do biological research. Here you can see the entrance to the Carriage House. Built in 1903. This will give you kind of a look at how it was constructed. Down here to the right, we see the ice house. So now you can stay in there, but in the old days they used to cut the ice off of Lacawac Lake and store it in there, and storing it in sawdust in that building, they could keep ice for up to a year. So pretty interesting feature. So this is the old ice house. Built in 1903. This is the original lodge. Of course, when they built it, there was no power and no real plumbing. Eventually, they would pump water up from the lake to the second floor and would gravity feed the property with water. So this is the Lacawac Lodge. Today you can see they have a well. Every lodge needs a back porch. And here you see the porch that looks over the lake. That is a screened-in porch. There's another porch to the side. And we see a fire. Here you can see the outside lodge porch. They occasionally have weddings and other events here, and this tent is used for dining of all the folks that attend, because the lodge is too small to house everybody in such event. So this is the side lawn that typically is used for those kinds of events. And of course, when it's getting colder or when the weather's bad, they put up the tent to cover it. What do you got? What are we looking at?
The chimes. I want some of those for my backyard.
So now I have more things to buy. Okay, we're on the trail down to Lake Lacawac. There's a series of trails here for folks to hike around. Not only can you access Lake Lacawac and the bog, but you can also take a trail on the other side, which will go down to the shore of Lake Wallenpaupack, which is a large lake, recreational lake. Is also used to power a hydro dam for what is now PPL Electric. Muddy here. We had a lot of rain. Of course, it's running in. Now that building that you see to the right was the original steam-powered pump house that would pump water up to the lodge to the second floor to a holding tank, and then would gravity feed the house the water. So that was the original pump house. They're trying to restore it. They're looking for an old steam pump, but they haven't found one yet. But this is This is where they would access the water from the lake for the property. As you see, we got some canoes here and a place to put them in. You can see where the water would be pumped off. So this is where the water would come in from the lake, and this is where they would suck it out of there and up to the house. Yeah, before they drilled, before they drilled the well, this was how they got water in the 1900s, early 1900s. Here you can see the lake. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can see on this tree, there are QR codes all over the place so that you can use your phone, your smartphone, and gain immediate access to information about the property. It's a great idea. This particular trail is Osprey Trail. And the reason you're walking up this trail is to give you a little look at some of the water features on this property. This looks like the bog. I'll get the name and I'll put it on the video for you so you can see what this particular water feature is called. The Lacawac, or Lake Lacawac, is a larger water feature. It was created by the glaciers. Right here you can see this feature. Very pretty. Just missed a deer running across. Oh, is there Watres Trail? And each of the different trails is marked by a color code. The trail that we're on is purple tagged, much like Marie's hat from Cabela's. And since she had a purple hat on, we decided to take the purple trail, rhododendron trail. Here are the rhododendrons, huh? Ready to turn around?